All right, here's a look at the Richard Corben Artist Edition, Volume 1. This book covers the 60s, 70s, and 80s with original art that I could find, scouring places like heritage auctions and comic art fans. I arranged everything chronologically, so every piece is roughly in order of its creation. Each decade, I wrote these little essays kind of giving context for where his career was at the time, and a little detailed table of contents for each decade. And with every page, I included little detailed annotations for what year it was created, what it was for, publisher information, size information if I could find it. Tried to be as detailed and thorough as possible and show as much respect toward Richard Corben as I could with this project. I got very lucky and was able to find several complete stories. This would be one of them. How Howie made it in the real world. Got lots of really neat original art for painted covers that he did, and just beautiful stuff like this. First issue of Rolf. So these early years, got a wide survey of stuff from his underground time. Early self-publishing efforts in the original Fantagor release. These were cool printer proofs that I found and jumped at the opportunity to have some of Richard Corben's amazing color work in the book. I think it really helps break up some of the original art. I know anyone that has a lot of artist editions knows how drunk you can kind of get going through these pages. A couple other complete stories, The Awakening and Mangle Robot Mangler. The not safe for work Magnus Robot Fighter satire. I managed to have his famous reclining nude illustration on page 69 for those that care about those things. Another complete story getting into his Warren work with change into something comfortable. Fun little werewolf story. Got a color overlay here. All right, so actually it's a colored page, and there was an overlay of lettering that went with that. And this is when he was doing more hand-colored pages and getting those colored pages in the Warren magazines and really getting to flex his talents. And these were pretty neat. These are a couple of color underlays for a story that appeared in Vampirella. And what was kind of neat when I dug into these is that I can't remember, like a 6-page story, something like that, but only 4 of them were colored with this technique, and the other pages were colored in that technique we saw a couple pages earlier, where he's just fully painting the page. Kind of fun. Another complete creepy story. The Pinball Wizard, with this amazing page that will live forever in my mind. And managed to dig up a ton of these really cool book cover illustrations that he did. This one for a Harry Harrison collection that I actually own. And these are neat. This is from when he was doing covers for the Spirit magazine. And this one is Will Eisner page that he's partially re-inked with a paste up, and then this is his tonal painting of this to go underneath his color work. Tons of stuff from the Warren age. More book illustrations. Another complete story, The Dweller in the Dark. I felt very lucky to find all of these complete stories. Not that that's really the goal with an artist edition necessarily. I'm just trying to showcase his art, but having some fun little reading experiences built into it is pretty nice. Cover that I used for the cover. Stuff from Bloodstar, which I would love to see show up in the Dark Horse library soon. Arabian Nights is recently solicited. Managed to find one of his album covers. I wish I could have found the Meatloaf cover, obviously, but sadly it was not to be. These are pretty neat. These are the printer proofs for the colored version of Ralph that appeared in Heavy Metal, that was colored by his assistants, Herb and Diana Arnold. Iconic stuff here, a Heavy Metal poster and Mutant World cover. Some of my favorite pages from Den 2 that I had to include even though I own the French artist editions. More beautiful book covers. You can see him flex those painting chops. I love this page of the Bodyssey that incorporates this cover that he had done for, was it Bizarre Sex or something like that, that he reworked a little bit for this page. Love it. See this glue just eating through these paste ups for the lettering for the pages that still have it attached. Closing out the decade with some Children of Fire pages. And that is it for volume 1. Couple of big old end pages for fun. And that's a wrap.